Now, let's go deeper into the timeline. The Bank of Slovenia introduced the first series of tolar coins in 1991. They came in denominations of 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50 tolars. Over time, higher denominations like 100 tolars were introduced as the economy grew. The 1 tolar coin, though small in value, was the backbone of daily transactions. Unlike paper money, which wore out quickly, these coins stayed in circulation for years. The year 1997 is particularly interesting because it was a period of political calm and economic progress. Slovenia had joined several European trade agreements and was preparing for eventual EU membership. Confidence in its currency was high, and the tolar exchange rate remained stable against major foreign currencies. This made Slovenian coins, especially from this mid-period, more widely circulated and better preserved. The reverse side of the coin, not shown here, usually depicted native animals or cultural symbols depending on the denomination. For the 1 tolar, the reverse design featured the stork, ciconia, a bird symbolizing good luck, migration, and renewal, perfectly fitting Slovenia's post-independence rebirth. Many collectors admire this series for its artistic and nationalistic value. When Slovenia switched to the euro in 2007, tolar coins were withdrawn from circulation. People had a short window to exchange their old money at banks, but many coins, especially lower value ones like the 1 tolar, were forgotten in drawers, jars, and wallets. These forgotten coins are now resurfacing as collectible items. Numismatists, coin collectors, value coins like this not just for their metal content but for their historical narrative. A coin from 1997 tells you, this was Slovenia in its 6th year of independence, building its future, stabilizing its money, and moving closer to Europe. Let's explore how you can evaluate the coin you see in this image. First, check the coin's condition. If it has scratches, discoloration, or wear, it falls into the circulated category. If it still shines like new and has no visible marks, it might be uncirculated or even proof quality. Collectors use grading scales like fine, very fine, extremely fine, and mint state (MS) to describe condition. Higher grades mean higher value. Second, look for mint errors. Any coin with misstrikes, off-center designs, or double strikes can be far more valuable than regular coins. While mint errors in Slovenian tolar coins are rare, they do exist and are sought after by advanced collectors. Third, consider its rarity. While the 1 tolar coin was widely minted, certain years had lower production numbers, and coins that survive in perfect condition are naturally rare. The 1997 issue had a moderate mintage, making it neither the rarest nor the most common year, but its mid-era date makes it historically significant. Finally, let's discuss investment potential. While a single 1 tolar coin won't make you rich, building a full set of Slav. Beyond its economic value, the 1 tolar coin carries cultural meaning. In the late 1990s, Slovenians were redefining their national identity. Every aspect of public life, from language to art, from stamps to coins, reflected pride in being an independent country after decades as part of Yugoslavia. The simple design of this coin, with its bold 1 on the obverse and elegant depiction of a stork on the reverse, was intentional. It projected a message of clarity, stability, and renewal. To Slovenians, money was not just a medium of exchange, it was a reminder that their freedom had real, tangible form. The decision to include animals on these coins rather than portraits of leaders was also important. It reflected Slovenia's choice to avoid political cults of personality and instead focus on nature, heritage, and shared symbols. The stork, a migratory bird, also mirrored Slovenia's own movement away from its old system and toward a new, modern future. Coins like this quietly shaped the way Slovenians saw themselves. In 1997, the Bank of Slovenia worked hard to maintain currency stability. Inflation had fallen dramatically compared to the early years after independence, when prices fluctuated wildly. A loaf of bread that might have cost several tolars in 1992 became more predictable by 1997. This coin circulated in a country where salaries were rising, foreign investment was increasing, and people were optimistic. It's hard to imagine now, but at the time, carrying a pocket full of these small golden coins was a daily routine for millions. Collectors today often look for coins with strong national stories, and the 1 tolar fits that profile perfectly. It represents an era of optimism before Slovenia joined the Eurozone, when the nation's unique currency marked its distinct identity. Some people even argue that Slovenian coins, though modern, are undervalued in the numismatic market because they're relatively new. Over time, as they become scarcer, their value could increase. But what about practical collecting tips? If you want to start a small collection, focus on 3 things: condition, completeness, and documentation. A single 1997 coin is nice, but a full set of Slovenian coins from 1991 to 2006 is far more impressive. Add an official mint packaging or certificates if possible. Proof sets, which were struck with special dies for collectors, have an even higher value because they were produced in limited quantities. Many Slovenians who kept these coins as souvenirs never imagined they'd become collectible decades later. We should also talk about the euro transition in 2007. When Slovenia switched currencies, every tolar coin, including this one tolar piece, suddenly became obsolete. People rushed to banks to exchange them, but not everyone bothered with low-value coins. Many were simply left in drawers, pockets, or car ashtrays. Those forgotten coins are now historical artifacts. The Bank of Slovenia allowed currency exchange for several why. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're diving deep into an incredible coin from European history, the 1997 Slovenian 1 tolar. This coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of a nation's struggle, its economic transformation, and its path toward modern Europe. Get ready for an in-depth journey as we uncover the full story behind this rare currency, its value today, and why collectors around the world are hunting for it. The Slovenian tolar, abbreviated as SIT, was the official currency of Slovenia from 1991 until it was replaced by the euro in 2007. This 1 tolar coin you're looking at, dated 1997, sits right in the middle of that fascinating 16-year window. To understand why this coin matters, we need to look at Slovenia's history. Slovenia declared independence from Yugoslavia in June 1991 after years of political tension and economic instability. The new nation needed its own financial identity, and thus, the tolar was born. The name tolar comes from the Old European thaler, which itself gave rise to the word dollar. By choosing this name, Slovenia signaled its European roots and economic aspirations. This 1 tolar coin was struck in a time when Slovenia was transitioning from a socialist planned economy to a modern free market system. Inflation had to be controlled, trade had to stabilize, and foreign investors had to be convinced that Slovenia was a safe and stable place to do business. Coins like this one were not just tools of trade but symbols of sovereignty and credibility. The design is simple yet powerful. On the obverse, it carries the inscription Republika Slovenija, marking its national origin, and en tolar, meaning 1 tolar. The date 1997 places it after Slovenia's first years of independence, during a period of rapid economic growth and stabilization. The large numeral 1 reflects clarity. This was everyday money for Slovenians, used in markets, small shops, and bus fares. But what about its composition? The coin is made of aluminum bronze, giving it a bright yellow-gold color, and its lightweight nature made it convenient to carry. Now, let's talk about its value and collectability. Most 1 tolar coins were produced in large quantities for circulation, which means they are generally common. However, coins in pristine uncirculated condition, especially from specific years with lower mintages, can fetch higher prices among collectors. A 1997 1 tolar coin in average circulated condition might be worth around €1 or €2 to collectors today, not a fortune, but still far more than its original face value, which became obsolete when Slovenia adopted the euro on January 1, 2007. In brilliant uncirculated or proof condition, its value can rise even higher, especially when part of a complete set. But why should you care about this coin? Because every coin tells a story, and this one tells the story of a young nation finding its footing. In the 1990s, while many parts of former Yugoslavia descend